we're going to talk about weapons of mass destruction. And let's start with the first one, with the first type of weapons of mass destruction. We're talking about nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are the world's most destructive weapons. There are two types. Fission weapons, this is atomic or a bombs. And fusion weapons or thermonuclear hydrogen or ace bombs. Fission weapons, two elements can be split. These elements are uranium 235 and plutonium. Fusion weapons were invented by United States scientists in a secret during the World War II science program known as Manhattan Project. In 1945, one uranium bomb and plutonium were used to destroy Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities, killing 100,000 civilians. Also, fusion weapons are extremely expensive and technically demanding. Fusion weapons are only for richest, largest, and most technologically states. Two atoms fuse together into large ones, releasing energy. Fusion weapons consequences. The effects of nuclear weapons include not only the blast of explosion but also heat and radiation. Radiation creates sicknesses, which at high doses create long-term health problems, especially cancers. Nuclear weapons create electromagnetic pulses that can disrupt and destroy electronic equipment. How about ballistic missiles and other delivery systems? The delivery system for getting nuclear weapons to their targets are the basis of a state's nuclear arsenal and strategies. During the Cold War, nuclear delivery systems were divided into categories. Strategic weapons, which include weapons to hit energy, homeland, and long range, and also, tactical nuclear weapons, and these include the weapons designed for battlefield use. The main strategic delivery vehicles are the ballistic missiles. They carry warhead along a trajectory and let it drop in the target. A trajectory typically rises up of the atmosphere at least 50 miles high. Some missiles fire from fixed sites called silos, whereas others are mobile, firing from railroads or large trailer trucks. Chemical and biological weapons. The use of chemical weapons in war has been rare. Mustard gas, which produces skin blisters and lung damages, was used in artillery shells during the First World War. The use of chemical weapons was banned in the 1955 Genoa Protocol, still in effect nowadays. In 1994, Chemical Weapons Convention to ban the production and possession of chemical weapons has been signed by all great powers and nearly all other states. The new treaty includes strict verification, provisions, and threat of sanctions against violators, including non-participants in the treaty. Biological weapons. These resemble chemical ones. The use of deadly microorganisms or biologically divided toxins. Viruses or bacteria can cause fatal diseases such as smallpox, bubonic plague, and anthrax. Biological Weapons Convention signed by more than 100 countries, including great powers, bans development, production, and also the possession of biological weapons. The treaty makes no provision for inspection because biological problems are relatively easy to hide. How about the proliferation of this? The proliferation is the spread of weapons of mass destruction into the hands of more actors. The implications of proliferation for international relations are difficult to predict, but also profound. Ballistic missiles with weapons for mass destruction remove the territorial protection offered by state orders and make each state vulnerable to others. The Non-Proliferation Treaty of 1868 created a framework for controlling the spread of nuclear material and expertise. The International Atomic Energy Agency is charged with inspecting the nuclear power industry in member states to prevent secret military diversions of nuclear materials. The Nuclear Strategy and Arms Control. The term nuclear strategy refers to the decision about how many nuclear weapons to deploy and what delivery system to put them on, and what policies to adopt regarding the circumstances in which they would be used. The reason for possessing nuclear weapons is almost always is to deter another state from a nuclear or conventional attack by threatening unions relations. Mutually assured destruction, MAD, the possession of second strike nuclear capabilities, which ensures that neither of the two adversaries could prevent the other from destroying it in all-out war. Defensive move. The nuclear arms race between the superpowers during the Cold War led to strategies and arms control agreements that helped develop norms and expectations about nuclear weapons and missiles. Arms control is an effort by two or more states to regulate by formal agreement their acquisition of weapons using the reciprocity principles to solve the collective goods problem of expensive arms races that ultimately benefit neither side. Anti-ballistic missile treaty that was signed in 1972. This is a treaty that prohibited either the United States or the Soviet Union from using a ballistic missile defense as a shield, which would have undermined mutually assured destruction and the basis of deterrence. How about military economics? Choices about military forces depend on the connection between states' military spending and economic health. People in the United States once believed that war is good for economy because seemingly military spending has helped and great depression in the late 1930s. War not only stimulates high military spending, it destroys capital, people, cities, farms, and factories, and entire areas, and causes inflation, reducing the supply of vital goods while increasing demand for them. Nonetheless, war and high military spending can have certain economic benefits. Short-term stimulation can result from a boost in military spending. Another potential benefit is the acquisition of territory containing resources and capital. Thank you.